Hi, hello children, how are you all? Welcome back to my class. Today in this class we are going to study about your science fifth lesson, that is acids, bases and the salts. In the previous class we have studied what are acids, what are bases, and what are indicators, what are the types of indicators such as litmus, turmeric and china rose, right? So today we are going to study what is or what are the salts. So today we are going to deal with some of the certain points, that are what is neutralization and neutralization in everyday life. So let us start. Neutralization. Before knowing the meaning of neutralization, let us know what is the meaning of neutral, which we have already done in our previous class. Do you remember? Yes. Tell me children, what is the meaning of neutral? Yes, try there. Neutral substance is any substance which is neither acidic nor basic in nature, or called neutral, right? Very good. Now what is the meaning of neutralization? The reaction between an acid and a base is known as neutralization. In the previous class we have studied separately what are acids and what are the base, right? So when we bring the acid with the base, so the reaction between the process between these acid and base is called the neutralization. Understood? So after the neutralization, it produced salt and water with the evolution of heat. When we mix acid and the base, it produce a salt and water with the evolution of a heat, or with the it produced a heat. Understood? Okay, let's know more about this neutralization by doing one activity. So in this activity we need a phenolphthalein. Okay, what is this phenolphthalein now? Do you remember? Yes. Let us remind what is the meaning of phenolphthalein. Means what is phenolphthalein? Phenolphthalein is a chemical indicator, right? Because it is a synthesized indicator, artificial indicator, which is made from chemicals and are usually prepared in laboratories, right? Okay, so it gives a pink color in case of basic solutions and remains colorless in case of acidic solution. When we add this indicator, that is phenolphthalein, in any acid, it remains colorless. Here you can see, when we add this phenolphthalein indicator to any acid, it remains colorless. When we add the same phenolphthalein into any basic solution, it turns into the pink color. Here you can see, it turns into pink color. Understood? Okay, now let us perform one activity to know the process of neutralization. The aim of this activity is to know when acids and bases are mixed in definite proportions, they give a neutral solution. So let's do an activity. Now we have to take a hydrochloric acid, and we need one test tube and a dropper. These dropper and the test tube which is used in the laboratory to perform the experiment. So now we have to add this hydrochloric acid into the test tube by using a dropper. Okay, now we have to next add 2 to 3 drops of the phenolphthalein indicator in that hydrochloric acid which we have taken in the test tube. When you goes on adding, do you find any change here? Yes? No, it remains colorless, right? Okay, we'll take the same solution here and we add a sodium hydroxide into that solution. So, do you find any change here? No. So, we have to continuously goes on adding the sodium hydroxide solution till we get the pink color here. Can you see the pink color? Yes. When you goes on adding the sodium hydroxide solution into this test tube, it changes the color into the pink color, right? It means the sodium hydroxide is a basic, that's why the color changes into pink. Now we'll take the same test tube here, right? Now add one more drop of hydrochloric acid into the test tube. Now what you have observed here when we added it? Yes, the solution again becomes colorless. Here, can you see this? Yes, very good. Next one, what we have to do? Again we add one more drop of sodium hydroxide solution right here. when we have added here a hydrochloric acid, it changes into color into colorless, right? So again when we add a sodium hydroxide solution into the same solution, it again becomes a pink color. Can you see this one? Yes, means again the solution became basic. So phenolphthalein gives a pink color when the solution is basic. Phenolphthalein remains colorless in acidic solution. Understood, children? Okay. Next, when an acidic solution is mixed with a basic solution, both the solution neutralize the effect of each other. When we add acidic solution with the basic solution, both the solution they neutralize with each other. And when an acid solution and a base solution are mixed in suitable amounts, both the acidic nature of the acid and the basic nature of the base it will destroy. Okay, so afterwards we get the solution is neither acidic nor the basic. Understood, children? Okay, next one, heat is always evolved. Now when you add the acid with the base, immediately touch the test tube after the neutralization, and in the neutralization reaction heat is always produced. You will find it a little bit hot. Okay, means the it is reaction between the acid and base, it evolved a heat, it produced heat. Okay, and the evolved heat raises the temperature of the reaction mixture. Understood? Okay, in the neutralization reaction a new substance is formed, that is the salt, right? In the neutralization process a new substance is formed, that is called the salt. Okay, and the salt may be acidic, basic or neutral in nature. So can you children tell me what is the definition of neutralization? Yes, which you have already learned here, which I have said you. What is the definition of neutralization? After performing this activity, we can say that what is neutralization now? The reaction between an acid and base is known as neutralization, and the salt and water are produced in this process with the evolution of heat, and this heat raises the temperature of the reaction mixture. Okay, let us see one example here. Now we will take one common example like common salt. Okay, so how this salt is made up of? It is the combination of acid and the base. So which acid it is? It is hydrochloric acid. That is the chemical name or the chemical formula of this hydrochloric acid is HCl. Okay, so and we take a base, that is sodium hydroxide, NaOH. When we mix this acid with the base, we got a new product, that is a salt, that is nothing but the sodium chloride, NaCl. This is the salt we got, and we got a water, that is H2O. Understood? Hydrochloric acid plus sodium hydroxide gives or produce sodium chloride, that's NaCl, plus water with the evolution of heat. Understood, children? Okay. Okay, now let's move to the next concept, that is neutralization in everyday life. So we face many neutralization processes in our day-to-day life. Okay, so let us take some more examples here. The first one is indigestion. Our stomach contains hydrochloric acid. As we know that our stomach contains HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, which you have already learnt in your second chapter of this lesson, that is nutrition in animals. Do you remember? Okay, if you remember, just tell me what is the function of this hydrochloric acid in our stomach? Yes, come on. Yes, this hydrochloric acid, it helps us to digest the food. So sometimes the too much of acid in the stomach causes indigestion. The excessive secretion of that acid in our stomach, it leads to a hyperacidity or causes indigestion. And you might have heard in your house that if somebody is suffering from the stomach pain, it may sometimes it may be because of the acidity problem, right? So that time what we have to do, hence we need to neutralize this acid by taking a substance that are basic in nature, right? That is commonly known as antacid. Now, what is the meaning of antacid? The anta means it is opposite. Acid means acidity. Opposite in the sense it works against the acids. So, this antacid it reduces the acidity in the stomach. So, antacids such as milk of magnesia, which contains a magnesium hydroxide. See, this magnesium hydroxide is a base, whereas HCl, that is hydrochloric acid, is a acid. It neutralizes, this base neutralize the effect of excessive acid. Okay, next one is ant bite or ant sting. It injects the acidic liquid, that is formic acid, into a skin. And children, when an ant bites, it injects the acidic liquid into the skin, which causes irritation and the swelling. Here you can see, right, we all have faced this problem. It is nothing new for us, right? When an ant bites, it injects the acidic, that is called the formic acid, okay, so into our skin, which causes a irritation and the swelling. So at that time what we have to do, the effect of acid can be neutralized by rubbing a most here the effect can be neutralized by rubbing moist baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, or the calamine solution that contains the zinc carbonate. At that time, hence we use a basic substance to neutralize the effect, that is we can rub a moist baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, or calamine solution, that is the zinc carbonate. And understood, children? Okay. Let's take one more example, that is soil treatment. Excessive use of chemical fertilizers makes the soil acidic. Okay, excessive means more. The more use of this chemical fertilizers. So what is the meaning of chemical fertilizers? Here you can see a farmer, he is using a chemical fertilizer, right? So what is the chemical fertilizer? The chemical fertilizer is an artificial substance which is used to increase the nutrients in the soil, which help the plants to grow well. Okay, sometimes what will happen, by the excessive use of these chemical fertilizers, it leads to the it makes the soil acidic, right? So the plants do not grow well when the soil is either too acidic or the too basic. When the soil become too acidic, it reduces the fertility of the soil. So at that time we have to neutralize the soil with the base, right? When the soil is too acidic, it is treated with the base like quicklime, that is calcium oxide, or the slaked lime, that is calcium hydroxide. So that time the farmers use a quicklime or the slaked lime to make the soil neutralize. Next one, if the soil is basic, the organic matter is added to it. In the case of if the soil become basic, so that time a farmer, he used a organic matter, that is called a compost. Did you heard the word compost? Can you tell me what is the meaning of compost? Compost means decay organic materials used as a fertilizer for growing of the plants. Okay, and these organic matter, these compost release acids which neutralize the basic nature of the soil. Okay, next one. Now we will move to the last concept of this lesson, that is factory waste. Here, the waste of many factories contains acid. If you are traveling from one place to another place, you might have seen that the factory, it is discharging what it is called factory waste into the some water bodies like stream, river, right? So these factory waste, it contains acids, and these acids, it is harmful, and if they are allowed to flow into the water bodies, the acids will kill the fishes. Here these acids will kill the fishes and other organisms. If we discharge these factory waste, it will be very harmful to the aquatic life, such as fishes, other organisms like plants and all, right? So the factory waste are therefore neutralized by adding basic substances. Hence bases are added to it before it falls off into the river or the stream, so that the aquatic life does not get affected, right? Okay. Okay children, so today in this class we have learned what is salt, right? Next, what is neutralization process by doing a activity, and we came to know that what is the work of the phenolphthalein, how it reacts when it come in contact with the acid, and how it reacts when it comes in contact with the base, right? And what neutralization in everyday life, such as indigestion, ant bite, soil treatment, and the factory waste. Hope you all understood this whole lesson very well. Okay.